You gotta be kidding me.
Let's jump into a Thursday night football preview season kickoff. Baltimore Ravens going to Arrowhead, taking on the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be a great game. I mean, when the schedule got announced and I saw the opening week, it was poetry, man. It's a very, very, very exciting thing that we're here, we're back, and it's going to be such a good game. Right, Amazon Prime? It's going to be such a good game.
Right,
Bezos? It's going to be such a
football.
good game. I'm just kidding. It's being broadcast. It's season opener, so it's broadcast on Peacock. So this one will be good, but the rest of them will suck. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, let's do it. We're throwing it back. I can't believe we get to say it again. We're doing must starts, risky starts, and don't starts for Thursday night football. We're back. Let's jump into it. Must starts. Guys, you got to start. Guys, you got to have in your lineup. No doubt about it. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Put them in. They're there. You drafted them. Play them. My must start for Thursday night football this week is Rashee Rice. Now, he's going to be on the field. No suspension. He's a great value. He's likely your third wide receiver on your team. And listen, make sure, obviously, you get him in that wide receiver slot. You don't want to have that flex playing there. And for Thursday night, you want to keep that slot open in case anything happens. Wink, wink, Christian McCaffrey, maybe not playing on Monday Night Football to end the week, so have that flex spot open. But Rashee Rice was out targeting Travis Kelce over the last half of the season in his rookie year. Now, rookie wide receivers, they come on later in the season, and we saw exactly that from Rashee Rice, and now we've got an opportunity here to be able to see it again, and it's going to happen. I can assure you, no Hollywood Brown. Doubtful Hollywood Brown. He was listed as out last Friday, and then they were like, "Oh no, it's doubtful. Right. It's doubtful." It's like, "Oh, good smoke screen there, Andy Reid, nice." But Rashee Rice, he's going to be the leader in the wide receiver room that night. He's going to be the leader in the wide receiver room this season, and I think he's going to be really, really special. He's that guy who, when Kelce's not out there, they're maybe limiting Kelce's snaps this season. Will keep him healthy for the long run. Rice is out there in that short yardage areas. He's able to get those PPR and then yards after catch points there for you. He's going to be awesome. And I got stiped on him in both my drafts this weekend. And I was really, really bummed. I felt foolish. I should have taken him around early. Felt like nobody else was on him. Clearly everyone is. Make sure he's in your lineups. He's my must start for Thursday Night Football.
I'll be a little surprised if you and I if we don't have the same three players for these must starts, risky starts, and don't starts, because it feels pretty obvious. So just for the record, we're not going to say the obvious, like, you should start Lamar Jackson Thursday night. That's a good idea. Yes,
start Patrick Mahomes.
Did you think Mahomes might even be the best player this week? So Rashee Rice is my football. Travis Kelce's probably going to have a really good week. Okay, Rashee Rice is my must start as well. We'll just cut to it. My must start. 100+ targets last season, which is so underappreciated from what he did and where he was going as he started to develop his game. Kelce really started to heat up in playoffs as well. But Rashee Rice is there, and let's not forget what happened last year in the season opener. Rashee Rice got a touchdown against the Lions when they kicked off the 2023 campaign. So I'm with you. Put him. He's a flex option. But if you've got someone that is kind of that concern for injury risk that you got early in your draft, or you got a Monday night player, sure. Jets, if you got Jets or 49ers that are concerning for injuries, yeah, all right, put Rashee Rice as the wide receiver spot. But he's a great option for tonight, and you should see something really important. Or not tonight, Thursday night. We should see consistent targets for Rashee Rice.
Absolutely. I mean, he was a guy. You watch over the second half of the season, he was pacing for I think it was 110 targets or something like that. He's absolutely a guy that you got to have in that lineup there. Let's jump to risky starts. These are guys that you should play them, but I want to temper expectations a little bit. I'm a little nervous. And my risky start is a guy I am a little nervous on, and it's Isiah Pacheco. I love Isiah Pacheco. I really do. I think he's going to be great this year. I felt really good going into my drafts. And then it was like, oh, the Chiefs picked up Samaje Perine. What? Huh? What? Noah, why are you worried about Samaje Perine? Well, I know, because the old fart of a running back caught 50 balls last year, and the team didn't bring back Jerick McKinnon. And Andy Reid has said with confidence that Pacheco can carry the workload. He can be the workhorse. But I'm a little worried about the upside of the PPR with Pacheco now. Added that this Baltimore Ravens defense is very good. This is a very good team. And I expect Pacheco to still getting a good amount of work. I think his PPR upside takes a little bit of a dip, and I wonder if there'll be in a situation where game script allows for Pacheco to get 20 opportunities in this game, and I think maybe he can get 15 and still be okay, but I'm just a little nervous. So Isiah Pacheco was my risky start for Thursday night.
I think he'll be fine. I understand what you mean.
I think I do too. I wouldn't be so worried if Andy Reid wasn't like, oh no, yeah, P. Ryan will play Thursday night. And it was like, but he just came to the team. What do you mean? And it's like, yeah, he'll play. So I think he will too. And he's like your second or third round pick. So you're not gonna bench him. But it's just a.
So you know what Pacheco did against the Ravens in the championship game? He had a really good game.
He did. He did have
20. He had 24 rushes.
Yeah.
And a touchdown. 60. He had in fantasy full PPR that would have been 18.2 points.
Yeah.
He had a really good game.
He should. Don't get me wrong.
4 targets, 4 catches, 14 yards in that game as well. I think he'll be fine. I understand what you're saying with wanting to consider the defense, but at the most I'll give you is like, let's not overreact if he has a weak game. That's right. What I'll give you.
Not at all. No.
All right. So we do have someone different. Hey, how about that? All right. My risky start, bad risk, don't like it. But if you're gonna go for it, I understand the gamble you're taking. But the risky start is Xavier Worthy. I don't like it. I don't think you should start him, but I understand the risk because one play, double digits. Yep. I understand, but I don't know if you want to start your season 0-1 by starting Xavier Worthy. I don't think it's a good idea. You could win your week by starting this rookie wide receiver who's the fastest player in combine history. You could see a 65-yard touchdown. He could have 3 catches. One of them is 65 yards. The other 2 are 4. And he's got over 15 points if one of them is a touchdown. Like, it's there. I get it, but it's week 1. Let's wait for this guy to develop, get confident in the system, and then it's also just kind of see what happens when Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, whatever name you prefer for him. As soon as he's back, what does he look like in this offense? I get it. One play can just help you. But you go into Thursday night, if he doesn't have that one big play, you got like 3 points to start out your week in week 1. That's rough. He's my risky start. I don't think you should do it.
Yeah. All the reasons you just outlined is why he's my don't start this week.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying don't start Xavier Worthy. It's not going to be – listen, I get it. I do. It's exciting. It's Patrick Mahomes' new weapon. Hollywood Brown's out. Who's going to be the deep threat? Obviously, it's going to be Xavier Worthy. I get it. Here's how you handle this with these late round rookie wide receivers that you don't late round fantasy. I'm not obviously Xavier Worthy was a first rounder. I'm not saying you made a mistake. I'm not saying it's bad, but it happened to me with Zay Flowers last year. Except for it was the opposite situation. I went, I can't start this rookie wide receiver that doesn't have to be in my lineup in week 1 just because. And you know what happened? I lost my week, and I would have won if I started Zay Flowers. I didn't beat myself up about it because I went, okay, cool. Guess what? I'm even more confident going into week 2 now, and I feel good. So he'll be exciting. He'll be a lot of fun. He's the closest thing Patrick Mahomes has had to Tyreek Hill since Tyreek Hill. He'll be very exciting. I'm not willing to entertain the idea of first NFL game of his career, first NFL game of the season for you, in your fantasy football matchups to roll out a rookie wide receiver and go, yeah, I'm good. He's gonna help me win my week. He could. I'm not willing to. I'm not ready to do it. I'm not ready to do it there. So I'm just saying, full stop. Don't start Xavier Worthy on Thursday night.
Fair. I mean, that's where I wanted to put him, but I actually have someone else that I actually would like. It would shock me. It would shock me if we should have started my don't start. And take it from the poster child of the truther of this fantasy player. I love this guy, maybe more than anybody else loves this guy in the fantasy community. But don't start Isiah Likely until we know for certain what his role is going to be, okay? There's exciting rumors out of training camp. I'm reading all of them, okay? I like this guy a lot. There's exciting talk about him playing wide receiver, being a tight end wide receiver hybrid where he lines up out wide and he's on the field at the same time as Mark Andrews and they're both running routes and Lamar Jackson gets to choose who he throws to and they're both getting targets and they're both getting touchdowns and Lamar Jackson's going to produce 2 top 10 Ravens tight ends and that's great. Don't start week 1 playing Isiah Likely, your like 13th round pick, to figure out if that's the guy to win your week. You know what will happen? Here's the best case scenario. Best case scenario is he's on your bench with 22 points and you say, great, I've got Isiah Likely. How awesome is this? I'm going to keep rolling him out and let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, you start him. He has 4 points and now you got to figure out, do I drop him? Do I keep him? Was this the right guy? All that worry goes away if he's just on your bench. If he's on your bench, he has 4 points, you're like, okay, time to develop, time to see what he's going to do with Baltimore, how his offensive role is going to be contributed, but don't risk it. Don't risk your chance to have Isiah Likely later this season by starting him and losing because of him week 1. Do not start Isiah Likely. That guy. Don't start Ladela Likely.
Don't do it. There it is. Thursday Night Football preview.